Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Just Desserts Legacy Challenge. I just needed to have you all appreciate this view alongside me right now. It's a very chilly fall day in Brindleton Bay, but do you see the colors of fall? Look, when I put on my depth of field and we get like, bless, look at it. Maddie's actually, I just took a picture. Maddie's sitting outside. Now, can I just say that as I started this episode, there was still a haunting in her rental unit. I was having a heck of a time trying to get rid of this ghost. There's two requirements. You have to confront the ghost and then exorcise the ghost. I had her confront the ghost about 5 times, and there's a cooldown period to do that, which is such a pain, to the point that I invited the property owner over for a visit. They confronted the ghost, and we still had no option to exorcise the ghost. So the event just ended, but it took like 16 hours in game. I was losing my mind a little bit. But last time we caught up with Maddie, she actually hosted her very first dinner party, and Andre, her ex, was like standing outside the door. He decided to just stop by, which was just, it wasn't great. He did not come in. We didn't have a confrontation, but we also learned that he now works at the exact same restaurant that her and Luca work at. And it's not fantastic. There hasn't been any boil over point yet. There hasn't been any direct conflict, but honestly, we're just waiting for it to happen. Now, here's the plan for this episode. I usually have a rough plan for this series in particular because I feel like I need it to be able to achieve all the things that I want to achieve. However, we're just going to work on some skills and probably do another food sale to really kick things off. Now, I believe that one of you on one of the other episodes, I don't remember what episode it was at this point, but you had kind of recommended and I guess reinforced my thought of maybe buying property or like an empty restaurant location and kind of trying to build it up a little bit, which I think is a great idea. So actually, instead of going right into the baking menu, I want to show you all the property that I'm thinking of us purchasing. Now, it's going to take some time. This is actually a build that I did. This was like a seaside art museum type thing. It's a retail lot, and I kept it as a retail lot, of course, but what I did is I went inside and I stripped everything back, and this is going to be the commercial property that I want Maddie to be able to buy. Now, the thing is, it's going to be really expensive. I added a little sign here too, because that's kind of fun. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to show you all how expensive it is. I think it's technically still a retail lot, so let me actually see. When we say buy retail, I think it just brings us to the map, and then I'm able to look at, where's Brindleton Bay? Am I lost? There it is. Then you can see how expensive it is. So this is it. I just relabeled it commercial property. It is upwards of 31,217 simoleons. Now, Maddie has just a little over 9,000. But that's not too bad considering how low her rent and bills are. I think we could probably do this within the next couple of episodes if we have another successful food sale or two that gives us, we've maybe averaged a couple hundred simoleons if we're lucky. It's really her job that's giving her a lot of cash and her super low rent and bills. So we're going to try to focus on purchasing this property. I think that would be really nice. It's so nice. She's kind of going to be a direct competitor. Now, I imagine, I don't know if I've mentioned this in other episodes, but I imagine that even though they went out on a date here, I was thinking about this more. So in the very first episode, Maddie and Luca went on a little date here to the Lobster Pound, which I thought was super cute. I thought that was really nice. However, I'm starting to think, and I fail to remember if I even said this in the first episode. Maybe I did, and my memory's that of a goldfish. I feel like they work here. I feel like this is the restaurant that they work at, and this is the restaurant that Andre has started to work at. However, there is another restaurant. I'm going right back to the map because apparently I don't care about loading screens or anything like that today. But this is another restaurant. I can't pronounce this if my life depended on it, but this is by N99 Production. I'm going to put the gallery ID on screen. I always mess up the order of the letters and the numbers in this gallery user's name, but it's a really cool restaurant. It's a little bit bigger. So maybe they don't work the Lobster Pound. Maybe they work here. I don't really know. I think I like the idea the more I think about it. Let me know what you think in the comments. I feel like I like the idea of them working at this restaurant over here instead though. And also let me know in the comments, because I've been looking into this, and perhaps in the next cut, when I go to whatever scene we're filming next, I'll have already installed it, but there is a mod, I believe, that allows you to actively work at a restaurant that you don't own, I might have to look into it. If you all know any mods that will kind of enhance the dine out experience as well, let me know. I know there's Carl's for Sims, better dine out mod or whatever it is. I don't know the exact name, but I've heard of that one. I've heard it's really good. Anyway, let me know. It's food sale time. Yes, we're back at it. I decided, since Maddie does have work at around 6 p.m. tonight, I think it's till like 2 in the morning or something. Yeah, until 2 in the morning. Ooh, which she's probably going to get a promotion, which is really exciting because I think I said like level 6 is when we might divert. Oh, you are with child, ma'am. All of my Sims in this save are with child. Why is that? Why is that? Oh, she's having twins too. I was just curious. But I forget what I said. I'm going to look at kind of the rules again here, because I believe we have to reach a certain level of the culinary career. Maybe it's 8. And I think I had originally thought of resorting to buying our own property or something once we reached level 6, when it diverted over to the branches between mixologist and chef. But I think we have to get to level 8. So this is good. Again, I'm going to revisit the actual requirements. I hope this bike doesn't go right through our stand. That would have been just the glitch, right? But yeah, that's kind of the thought. So I'm hoping that this food sale actually goes well. We have a few things like left over from our last one. Hey, everybody. Oh, and here's Luca. Look at how cute he is in his cold weather wear. Oh, this man. I'm sorry. I'm going to fawn over him. Oh, also, that's something I wanted to note too. Now, I know that this was on the latest Sims laundry list, where even if your Sims have a high romantic relationship with another Sim, they will generate the whim to break up with that romantic partner, which doesn't make any sense. So I unpinned this per another commenter's recommendation too, because remember, Maddie had this whim to break up with Luca. And granted, I think it kind of works with the dynamic here, where she might be a little bit unsure about this relationship. Things aren't like hot and heavy and passionate. And she's kind of doubting, I don't know, she's kind of doubting her relationship with Luca just a little bit because it's so different. And she thought, oh, maybe we're better as friends. Like, I don't know. And she was also just doubting her abilities, but Luca's a huge support. And I think that kind of shifted her mindset a bit. She was also a little bit unsure because of Andre's everlasting presence in her freaking life, which it's not exactly what we want. They are, of course, friends, which isn't fantastic. I'm looking at our markup. Hold on. I'm going to mark it up by like 50%, I think. Yeah, I'm going to do it by 50%. I just want to see if we'll make more money. Also, I still need to come up with a name. I'm going to keep this icon, but I need to come up with a name for this food stall because I eventually want it to translate over to the restaurant property that we buy. So think of restaurant/food stall names that might work, because I don't have any. I don't have any idea. So I'm really gonna try to kind of come up with some things, but I'm not quite sure. Ooh. 55 simoleons for a slice of pie? Am I that greedy? Are you kidding? Are you joking me? Am I actually that greedy? I might be. Oh my God, I thought that was Andre for a second. Sorry, Brant, you looked like Andre. You really did. I know that this is about Maddie, but it's also kind of about Luca, and I just wanted to take a little pause to admire the fact that I think he's making friends with all of his neighbors, which I just think is cute because remember, Luca is a very sociable, nice freaking guy, and I feel like everybody just gravitates towards him. He just has this charisma about him, and Brant is very friendly with him right now, as is Adam Workman, even though the Sim and Maddie really don't have a good relationship at all. And apparently, Alan, I'm going to call him Alan, is just going to interrupt that entire conversation. We haven't made that much money, but we've made some money, just as a check-in. Okay, well, things didn't exactly go as planned. I was really hoping for maybe 300 to 500 simoleons. We got 186. Listen, I know that her food is excellent quality. I'm just wondering how doing this is supposed to be profitable. Like, how are you supposed to support yourself off of food stall sales? Do you know what I mean? Is that possible? Have any of you all done that? Because I'm finding it difficult to do. I really am. And also she has work at about 30 minutes. So thank goodness for that, because we are going to be making at least some money today. I'm not going to complain. An extra almost 200 simoleons is nice, but it might not go as far as I need it to go. You know, this is becoming an established pattern of Andre's. and I'm not happy about it. Maddie's currently at work, so we're just going to kind of pretend that this is a glimpse into the fact that they now work together. Kayla Fleming, I would like to imagine that this is one of their coworkers that Andre has just met at his new place of employment, where Maddie also works, where Luca also works. But anyway, I see this more as a conversation in the workplace. Like maybe Luca stepped out to do something and Andre knows that he can't approach Maddie with Luca around because it'll cause problems. But he's not against necessarily speaking with Maddie because they're friends, right? They have this agreement to essentially not let people know that they're friends. One, because I think Andre kind of, listen, I know I said he might not be the worst person, but on some level, I feel like he enjoys the fact that Maddie is willing to take this risk to her new relationship, as well as her relationship with her parents, to remain friends with Andre. He kind of, it boosts his ego. And remember, his ego, it's a bit fragile. I think he's extremely self-conscious, so I think he needs something like this. He needs her to want him enough to take these risks in a weird, twisted way. Again, it doesn't necessarily make him a bad person, but it certainly makes his intentions and his behaviors extremely questionable. So he's like, hey, Maddie, Kayla Fleming has asked me out on a date. Should I say yes? Again, Maddie's like, he has the audacity to ask me this because he knows that I care to an extent. I think she's going to say, yes, go for it, to try to remain indifferent to this, to basically be like, you know what, it's fine, we're friends, and friends would talk about this kind of stuff, right? And just because I don't talk about my relationship with him because it would be odd doesn't mean that he can't talk to me about potential dates, right? It's her people pleaser side coming out and the need for tranquility and a lack of conflict. So she's going to be very kind of passive and be like, yeah, of course, you should go for it. I just realized that this little prompt does not at all align with Maddie's shift. Her shift ends at 2 p.m. or at 2 a.m. and it's 7:30 p.m. But anyway, cash shortage. It's finally the end of Maddie's shift, but she can't go home yet. The cash register's short. Maddie knows this wasn't her doing and has to decide to either report her coworker or keep quiet about it. I find this interesting in thinking about Maddie's personality. I feel like Maddie does have very strong integrity when it comes to right and wrong in situations like this. She's willing to speak up. She's not just going to keep quiet. It's when her own heart is kind of on the line and her own relationships are potentially at risk that she's a little bit more passive, but I feel like she would report her coworker. I wonder, wait a minute, remember? Oh, wait. So at the beginning of this challenge, remember the prompt said that your sim, like the founder of this legacy, their partner ran off with all their money? What if Andre is struggling with what if he did this? Oh, that's what if he did this? Would she keep quiet if it was Andre? Oh no, I don't know what to do. I wish I was doing this in real time with you all so you could kind of guide this decision, but I have to make a decision on this. I'm going to make her keep quiet to her own detriment because if it was Andre, I think she would keep quiet. This is dangerous. Okay, here's the outcome. Maybe Maddie should have spoken up after all. When the boss finds out there's money missing from the register, he makes the staff pay it back to him from their tips. I was really worried that she was going to get straight up fired or that she was going to get demoted or something. So, okay, it comes out of their tips. Not fantastic, but I'm going to go with the storyline that it was Andre who freaking did this. And I feel like Maddie saw him do it and he just like winked and walked away. I flip-flop with this man so much. Maybe he's not a great person. Maybe he's not a great person. First off, Maddie looks devastated. She's having zero fun. She's lacking fun completely. I made her work really hard on this shift because I wanted her to get a promotion, but she did indeed get a promotion. However, the first thing we need to look at is the fact that she gained a lifestyle. I feel like I complained about this in my breakaway LP, how easy it is for your Sims to develop certain lifestyles, such as the workaholic lifestyle. This is so frustrating because she goes to work and she might work hard on one shift versus the other. Suddenly she's a workaholic, even though the expectation is to, go to work and make money. I'm really not happy about that. But I don't want to cheat in this. Legacy challenge. If it's an LP, I have to finagle things for story's sake, but I feel like here I don't want to cheat this. So maybe she is a workaholic. And you know what? Maybe it does work with her goals and her personality. She runs the food stall for hours when she's not actively going to her job because she's working towards a bigger dream. So maybe we can kind of spin this that this workaholic lifestyle is more of a positive for her. She's a real go-getter. But there's always cons to things like this, where she's going to get frustrated if she's not working towards her goal, and perhaps that means she could be sacrificing some things here or there. However, on the flip side, forgive the transparency issues. There we go. Maddie got promoted to line cook, so she is now officially, what is it, level 5, I think, of the career. Yeah, it's level 5. So she makes an additional 8 simoleons per hour, which means she makes 43 per hour, which is nice. She got a bonus of 556. She has a new corporate chic counter island and new clothes, which I don't really care about, but I think that means that we have a career reward in our household inventory that we can sell for more simoleons, which I love. She's almost to 11,000. We actually might be able to buy that property pretty quickly, which is thrilling. Now, Luca went right the heck home. I think he heard about, or maybe even saw, I'm trying to come up with a scenario here. I don't think Maddie told him that she saw Andre take that money from the register, but he knew something was up. And this is maybe the second shift that they had all together, now working with one another. Luca is like, he is a pot ready to boil over already because he really doesn't like that man. He's worried about Maddie, and seeing that she was in kind of a distressed state when they finished their shift, he just went home. Like, he didn't know what to do about it. He was just like, hey, I'll speak with you tomorrow. Sleep well, that kind of thing. I don't think they've said I love you yet, so that's pretty serious. And I don't even think that she noticed, because she's just so discombobulated from everything with Andre at her shift. She's like, oh my God, like I put my career at risk for this man. I saw him do this. Like, why did I do that? It's more of a deep-seated reflection time for her, where she's like, why did I do that? Why did I do that for him? This man that cheated on me, but I see good in him, so he must have needed it. She makes up excuses for him time and time again. And it's just not healthy. If you all are wondering how my game looks this stunning with the lighting right now and the leaves falling from the trees in fall, it causes me pain. This is from the Sunblind lighting mod. Now, you have to place it, I believe, pack by pack, which means kind of world by world. But it makes the morning sun, like dawn and dusk, oh my gosh, it looks amazing. And I believe it removes some of the, I want to say some of like the bluish hues and lighting in some of the other worlds. It's a little bit funky, like Copperdale and Henford on Bagley. I can't really remember. That might be an additional mod that I know I don't have. There's one that's kind of like remove blue lighting. There's that too. But I just needed to show you that because it's absolutely stunning. Now, Maddie's still asleep. She didn't go to bed until like 4 or 5 a.m. because I had her watch some TV. Her fun was so low. I felt so bad. But she does have work again this afternoon, but her hours changed once again. She works from 2 to 10. So her sleep schedule is a mess. Luca actually texted her a ton last night, and he was just like, you were a little bit off. Like, can we talk about it at some point? Maybe before we go to work tomorrow or something. And of course, Maddie's still asleep. She hasn't seen that. But I also want to look at the fact that for her next promotion, she does have to be level 4 Mixology skill. She has to get to the level 4 of Mixology. So I'm actually going to have her practice making drinks the second she gets up. I think she's going to kind of ignore Luca's texts, and I'll explain why. God, she's tired. Oh, she's so tired though. Do I want to wake her up right now? Her sleep schedule is just not great because her shifts keep changing. Maybe we'll check in again in a second when I get her up. Here's the real bummer. I know that the fix hasn't been patched yet, but she still wants to break up with Luca. She's still thinking about it. Now, I want to loop back to the fact she did text Luca back, and she's like, hey babe. I don't know, maybe they call each other babe. Maybe they're just a couple that calls each other by their first names. Maybe they don't even use nicknames. And the reason I say that is just because I think that they've been friends for so long that little pet names just never even naturally evolved. And just because they're in a relationship doesn't mean that they would. Oh, girl, be careful. So maybe she's like, hey, Luca, yeah, I kind of do want to talk about something that happened last night. I don't want you to be mad. And again, this is her just trying to avoid that conflict because she knows it's going to be upsetting to him, especially if she's completely honest and she's like, I saw Andre do this and I didn't say anything. She knows that Luca's going to be disappointed. And think about Maddie for a second. Think about how her mom is constantly disapproving, I should say, of basically everything she tries to do, right? All of her endeavors, she's like, you can't even cook. Why are you trying to do this? You almost burnt the house down. Like she's just a very difficult parent. Her dad is very supportive, but Maddie has a bit of a complex. She doesn't want to be a failure. We saw that fear develop, right? When I think it was like the second or third episode, that fear developed, that fear of failure. It pops up every now and then. So I think she's scared about letting Luca down, because she also knows that her actions were to try to avoid conflict in the first place. And this is what happens. I experience this a lot. I like to avoid conflict, but I've noticed that the more I avoid it, the more conflict it creates down the line. It never works out, okay? It never works out. Unsolicited, unprofessional advice from a person who is a people pleaser and is trying to hold boundaries with people more. Avoiding conflict never helps anything. It just doesn't. It just really doesn't. I would rather get mad and apologize later than avoid conflict altogether. But anyway, I just think that Maddie's struggling with this right now. So to distract herself, she's just going to practice making drinks and work on that mixology skill, because she really does want to achieve her dreams. That's her focus. That's her North Star. That is what she's working towards. And that is like the one area where Maddie is not afraid. How am I trying to articulate this? Where she's not afraid to go after what she wants, even against other people's maybe advice or hesitancies or whatever, right? Her mom is doubting her. She's like, I don't care. I'm doing this. It's the one thing that she has really in her life that she feels is her own and that she can really be great at and with, if you will. Again, having a support system is great. Luca's a very big support. And in his own very odd way, don't come for me, Andre's kind of a support. I know, maybe she holds on to the fact that he was supportive in the beginning of their relationship before everything went downhill. Do you know what I mean? Also, she just got a text message from Kim Goldblum. Ugh, I have so much going on this week. I could really use some help with my errands. Is that from Hemford on Bagley? I've never gotten that text before in my life. I didn't like that. Anyway, I'm going to try to get Maddie's mixology skill to level 4 before she has to go to work, but I highly doubt that's going to happen because she does have work at 2 p.m. Oh, that kind of stinks. I also want her to at least chat on the phone. Maybe she'll call her dad before she goes to work. We'll do a chatty family call with her mom's not even available. Surprise, surprise. We'll call her dad before she goes to work. I don't think she's going to confide in her dad as to what's really going on because, again, her dad and her mom absolutely hate Andre. But she always feels better. She always feels better when she talks to her dad, you know? Also, I don't know what's going on, but Windows and TVs have this glitch right now for me. I didn't change any of my G-Shade presets or anything, so I don't know what that is. But if you see that in speed builds or this LP, don't judge me. Don't ask me why it's there. Don't know. First and foremost, we did indeed get to level 4 mixology skill before Maddie had to go to work, which means that, well, maybe. It means there's a possibility that if she works hard enough, she could get another promotion today, but we might not have enough time in her shift to do that. However, I did want to emphasize the one positive of the workaholic lifestyle. Your Sims will get a +3 focused mood buff when they go to work from work energy from the workaholic lifestyle. Maddie feels at home while working. She's productive and efficient. It's like she's where she's meant to be. So I am going to embrace this as kind of a positive for her because cooking, being in the kitchen, making food for people to enjoy, it's really about people enjoying something that she creates. It is where she feels the most at home. It's where she feels the most fulfilled. It is a dream of hers. It's what she's always wanted to do. So I think that the workaholic lifestyle is a positive for her. Now, we are going to kind of see how that goes, though, when she has 3 days off in a row in the middle of the week. Because if we look at her work panel over here, she only works basically the weekends and Mondays and Fridays. So she doesn't work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I feel like she's going to get super tense by like Wednesday afternoon. I'd almost be willing to bet money. Okay, well, on the flip side, working so hard actually made her extremely tense because she was having no fun, which this is actually a qualm that I have. Hold on, look. So desperate for fun. If your Sim's a workaholic and they feel at home and productive and efficient and having a great time when they're at work, why does their fun still deplete down to nothing? I feel like it should deplete at a much slower pace if they have the workaholic lifestyle. Do you know what I mean? But also, this happened before for her as well. She's getting mental fog from burning out. But she's a workaholic. So why would she be experiencing burnout if she has the workaholic lifestyle and she loves being at work? Do you see what I mean? There's some things that are just a little bit conflicting in my head that don't really add up with having this lifestyle and trying to do the thing. Like she had a whim to work hard at her next shift, and that's what we did. And she was thrilled. And she was focused and having a great time at work. And now all of a sudden she gets home and she's like, I had no fun. I'm feeling burnt out. I'm whatever. And I suppose you can make the argument that even if you're a workaholic and you enjoy work, you can work yourself into burnout. I have done that myself, actually. So, but I just think it's a little bit odd considering she has that lifestyle. Let me know what you think, because those are my thoughts. Oh, so we had called Dad the other day. Oh my God, there's so many people here. Can you... Ma'am, this is a celebrity-free zone. Sorry to say, celebrity-free zone in these LPs. I can't be dealing with that. But Maddie's dad called and was like, hey, sweet pea, why don't we go to the flea market? I want to see if they've got anything good. I feel like her dad, I don't know if I'm going to make this like, also, yeah, I know some of y'all caught freaking Santa Claus over there, Clement Frost, just breaking it down at the flea market. Sometimes I can't stand this game. But I feel like her dad loves antiquing. I feel like a lot of the stuff in their house was a bit older, like hand-me-down items, you know what I mean? Secondhand items. And I feel like Maddie has an appreciation for things like that. Oh, look at that depth of field. Look at how beautiful that is. I just wanted to get a little screenshot because, yeah, I like my screenshots. My personality's coming out a bit more, I feel like, in this LP. I was trying to be very, like, laid back and calm because that was just kind of the vibe I was going for. But there are moments where my sarcasm comes out, and I'm not going to apologize for it, but I'm trying to capture a vibe here, Anyway, Santa is like literally breaking it down. He is breaking it down so bad, and I can't stand to watch it. But she's in the city with her dad. She was going to have a food stall sale. She was going to bust it out before she had a shift because she does work, again, from 2 to 10. But I think we can get a promotion tonight if we work hard enough, which is really good. But I thought it would be nice. Her dad called and was like, hey, I heard you're really good at haggling at the flea market, so why don't we go? And that's exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to go over here. Oh, the human statue's here. Hey. And I want her to get a snow globe. Now, which one, you might ask? Also, this is our property owner. Yeah, that's our property owner. He's also a vendor. The man works. Okay, look at these snow... I love the snow globes in The Sims 4. Don't ask me why. I just love the little collectible things, and these are my favorite. I do know why. Because at Target every year, I get a snow globe with my husband if they're available. I don't know if they did them last year or the year before, but we always get a snow globe because they have them every year with the year on them in a little plaque. We've gotten one every year since we started dating, and we set our own traditions. But we'll have to stop that at some point. Otherwise, we're going to live in a snow globe. Anyway, I like all of these. I love the Plum Bob one. It's very simple, but I think for Maddie, she lives, where does she, Brindleton Bay. We're going to get the lighthouse one. Did you hear me ask? Did you hear me ask where she lived? Did you hear me actually say those words? I said those words. So we're going to go over here. I'm going to have her and her dad come over here. I don't want him running off to the karaoke lounge. So I'm going to have them both run over here, and then I'm going to have her haggle with her landlord, with her property owner, actually. And we're going to see if we can talk down the price from 10 simoleons to, like, I don't know, 7. I don't know how much the haggling really does for us, but we're going to try. We're going to try. Be like, oh, Dad, look at the snow globes. Aren't they cute? And he's like, yeah, you had some of those when you were a little girl. I always thought you'd kind of maintain that collection. And she's like, oh, I haven't gotten one in a long time, Dad. So I want her to try to haggle. She's also feeling dazed from burnout. I'm really hoping that goes away or goes down. Did he say no? Tell me he didn't say no. He didn't. Victoria's haggle from haggling successfully. A decisively delivered haggle is something to be celebrated. You drive a hard bargain. Tell you what, I'll give you 25% off on anything at this table. How about that? Oh, and her dad's talking to her about something. Listen to David. I'm listening. Did he give us advice? Full of empathy from receiving empathy. Her dad is a sweet angel. Feelings of compassion overwhelm Maddie. That's probably going to help socializing for a bit. I'm going to take this as the fact that her dad was kind of picking up on her mood, I suppose, a little bit. Like she's a little bit dazed. She's a little bit off. But she has a supportive family dynamic with her dad too, just as a reminder. So after spending time with a supportive family member, Maddie has all the warm, fuzzy feelings in her heart. I think this is exactly what she needed. And look, now he's sharing wisdom because he's an elder. Don't. My cute aggression is about to go overboard. Because she's like, Dad, that's so sweet. What did he say? Oh, it's just from Pleasant Conversation. But still, she was just like, Dad, I know there's just some stuff going on. I don't really want to talk about it, but I can't even tell you how much I needed your support right now. And he's like, oh, sweet pea, you've always got my support. You know that. And she got the snow globe. Wait, that's Willow Creek? That's supposed to be a Willow Creek snow globe? But it's a lighthouse. I thought that one was a Willow Creek one. Oh, is it because cats and dogs didn't even exist yet? Is that why? I feel like that's why. I feel like cats and dogs didn't exist yet. Because I also thought that one would be, but it's Newcrest. The City Bridge. Grimm, yes, I know. We've got the Freezer Bunny. Oh, the Magnolia Steamboat, the Haunted Mansion. Yeah, I think it's because Cats and Dogs wasn't out yet. That's really... Look at me, silly goose. Just silly goose. And then we're also going to, because I think this is fun, we're going to watch the living statue together. Her dad's trying to, like, scare the living statue. What, to, like, knock them over? That's not nice. And he's like, boo, it didn't work. She doesn't like it either. They're so rude. This living statue's just out here trying to make a living. Can you guys be nice? Please? We're not gonna flirt. Oh, that's what he did. He flashed crazy eyes. Asked to trade collectibles? No way. You can trade snow globes? Why didn't any of you tell me this? Excuse me, why didn't any of you tell me this? I'm asking a question. Why didn't you guys tell me this? I didn't know that. Is there anything else we can do? No, I thought we could tip them, but we can't. Oh well. Is there anything we want to buy here too? I kind of like this chair. 262 simoleons. I don't like the chair anymore. Never mind. Oh, also, I'm just getting distracted right now. She's about to pass out. That's what's gonna happen. But look at Thorn Bailey, everybody. Look at Thorn Bailey playing this makeshift guitar. Good looking sim, mind you, and I actually love the fact that his facial hair is black and his hair is blonde. I think he looks... Yeah, no, there she goes. Right into the guitar case. Yeah, okay, right. Anyway, having a great time. Yep. Maddie is at this beautiful park in this little, like, I think it's like the Gable, like it's the Gable Square or something. I love this area of Brindleton Bay more than I care to admit. I really, really do. And this park, I'm going to put the gallery ID on screen because I think I saved it off to the side in like a digital sticky note, but it's so perfect. It's so simple. I love, 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 love this. We have a little playground area over here in the sand. We have some chess tables, of course, because they're requirements. We have a stall, which I am not going to staff right now. And now all I did is I think I added some toddler items here, like some additional items over here. I don't remember the exact changes I made. And I also added a little teeny tiny splash pad and a swing set and a toddler potty out here. I think that's all I did because I just wanted there to be a couple more activities just for all ages. Really just for my sanity's sake. I really like that, but I thought it would be nice for Maddie to come here with Luca and just kind of chit chat. They're both in much better moods. She's feeling a lot more empowered and supported after spending the morning with her dad. And even though I know they have work really soon, I wanted them to just kind of go out, enjoy the nice sunny but windy fall weather, and just kind of chit chat for a little bit. And they're gonna walk in opposite directions to get to the same bench. It's fine. It's fine. You do whatever your heart desires. It's okay. That's fine by me. I just thought it would be nice. It's a really, really beautiful park, and I wanted an opportunity to to show you all this park and compliment the creator because it's amazing. But I think that she is going to chat about what she saw with Andre. I think she's gonna be like, okay, please just don't be mad. I have to find an interaction that's gonna work for me, okay? But she's gonna be like, please just don't be mad at me. I didn't know what to do, and I'm still just trying to adjust to the fact that he works there with us, you know, that kind of thing. I want her to tell a story, but I don't want to do a group story. We'll discuss work. That's what we'll do. And she's gonna be like, look, you know how the register was a little bit low at the end of our shift the other night? And he's like, yeah, it came out of all of our tips. I was a little bit frustrated. I don't know who would have done that. I think she's like, well, I kind of saw Andre do it, and when our boss, whoever that is, maybe their boss can be like Bob Pancakes or something. I don't know. I'm just thinking all that. It could be kind of nice, actually. Should we do that? Should we have Bob be the boss? I feel like we might do that. We'll see. But she's like, I saw Andre do it, and I was asked, like Bob asked me about it, and I lied. Like I didn't know what to do. It's just, I was just really intimidated by the whole situation, and I'm trying to be better about it, I promise. And I think Luca... Oh, sweet. Okay, we're gonna finagle this too. I think Luca's like, Maddie, look, I don't think it was the best choice to cover up for that man. If he's robbing the place, like if he's stealing, you should definitely report him, but you have to do whatever you think is right as well. I understand that it's probably really confusing having him around, but just like, don't shut me out. If you're seeing him do things like that, like the right thing to do would be to tell Bob, to tell our boss, to say something, because that's literal criminal behavior, Maddie. And she's like, I know. He's never done anything like that before. And he's like, what do you mean he hasn't done anything like that before? He stole basically everything from you when he left. And she's like, yeah, but that's not the same as, he's like, what, stealing from his job is worse. Like, I think he's trying to support her insecurities with this whole situation while also emphasizing the seriousness of the situation and reminding her that he's not the best guy, or at least didn't treat her very nicely, and that maybe it's not just her, maybe he's really just not a good person. I think Luca's trying to kind of get to that, but they did just get a sentiment too. I'm gonna open that up really quick because I want to see which one it is. I think it's deeply connected or closer from happy memories. She feels close to Luca from good times and happy memories, so she is. They have awful compatibility. Are you kidding? Did it get worse? I don't know. I feel like it got worse. But I feel like she appreciates that he didn't just start berating her. And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I just want to be cautious here, because if that's triggering for you, I want to be mindful. But in her past relationship, Andre could be like that. He could be a gaslighter. He could berate her in very almost passive ways, to the point that she believed she was responsible for some of these like not great things happening in their relationship and stuff. And again, it came from his own insecurities. So I just think that she's appreciative that Luca isn't coming down on her too hard with this situation. But I do want to emphasize that she finds this discussion boring. Their compatibility is not good, but her and Andre's isn't any better, right? They also have awful compatibility, and he's basic looking to her. Anyway, she needs to eat something or go to the restroom quick because they have work soon. I think he's going to like play chess or something anyway. I don't know. I'm going to have her go to the bathroom, and then she has to go to work anyway. Well, okay. This isn't fantastic. We had like maybe 10 hours left of feeling burnt out, like the mental fog. And then all of a sudden, as it was starting to go down, Maddie became officially burnt out. Maddie's burned out. Burnout negatively impacts work performances. Great. Promotions. Fantastic. Energy, fun, and skill gain. Even better. She'll recover over time, but taking breaks and relaxing will help speed up recovery. If Maddie stays burned out for too long, her condition may get worse. What does that mean? Tell me what that means. Maddie is big mad. And now here's something I've now learned about burnout. So here, in the career panel here, okay? She doesn't have work for the next 3 days. This could be very good for her burnout, all right? Hopefully it's going to dissipate, because here's what I did. I had her work hard at her last shift, okay? She just got home. I had her work hard because I figured even if we met the promotional requirements, we would get a promotion. But literally, burnout means that it blocks promotion. I should have looked at this beforehand, because look up, burnout decreases work performance and blocks promotion. Consider stopping the grind and taking a break. I'm upset because I had her work hard because I thought that she would get promoted either way, and that is not the case. So she was not promoted, and now her burnout is worse again. It's back to 15 hours, even though I had it down to like 8. So I did this to her. That's great. So what we're going to do, because we have the next 3 days off, is we are just going to have like a food sale. That's what we're going to do. We're going to have another food sale. We're going to try to make some money. She's already up to 12,000 simoleons, which is a very good thing. It means we're getting closer. We're almost halfway to be able to buy that restaurant. Again, I don't believe we're doing that until she's level 8 anyway. And with this burnout, good luck to us. But the next time she does get a promotion, we are going to be choosing the branch, and I believe we're going to go the head caterer route. That's going to be the plan. This is becoming personal to me. This is becoming a lot more personal to me. Brain block. Maddie's burnout became a total brain block. Brain block seriously impacts work performance and promotions, energy, fun, and skill gain. She'll recover over time, but taking it easy and relaxing will help speed up recovery. Doesn't Maddie deserve a break? Listen. How dare you? She hasn't even been doing anything. It's not entirely true, but come on. Her burnout was going away, but now she has this emotional buff for the next 23 hours. Thank goodness she has the next 3 days off of work, right? Ugh, Maddie can't stop the grind, but is it even making a difference? Her brain doesn't even feel like it's functioning properly. No, this is feeling very personal to me. I'm taking this very personally. Because same girl, same. Y'all, I can't make this up. No, I cannot. This man has decided to stop by the house again. And you know what? Because here's the thing. Maddie's in brain block. She's super tense. She's so frustrated. I feel like she's frustrated with the situation that she found herself in with Andre at work and with her, I can't even say disagreement with Luca, but just this tension-filled discussion where he was like passively trying to make her see that her decision making was bad, but also be supportive. And she's just all frustrated. She's taking a bubble bath right now. I'm going to actually have her come out. She's going to invite Andre in, especially because she doesn't want Luca to see that he's here. Like he was ballsy enough to come here. Her dad's calling to go to the festival right now. That's not happening, Dad. Sorry. And she's just going to invite Andre in and be like, what? Like, what are you doing here? Like, how are you possibly here right now? Luca's going to see you. Like, come in. And he's like, calm down, Maddie. It's fine. Oh, and I think I was going to have her make some, what are they called? Chocolate chip cookies. That's what they're called. I was going to have her make one of those and have a food sale, but she might not be able to do that now because freaking Audrey's here. I'm so upset. I can't believe he's here. But at the same time, oh, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted them to cook together. Remember, it's like the one thing that her and Andre had in common. It's what brought them together in the first place. She's like, I can't, what are you doing here? And he's like, what? We're friends, right? I can't come see you. And she's like, not when Luca lives right next door. Like, I don't want people to know that I'm like still friends with you. And he's like, oh, Maddie, it's fine. Don't worry. It's just a work thing. Maybe we're just talking about work. And she's like, don't do that, please. But I'm going to have them cook together. I'm going to have them make chocolate chip cookies together. And she's gonna be like, well, since you're here, I was gonna make some cookies because I was gonna have a food stall sale. And he's like, the food stall, huh? Like you've been doing the food stall? She's like, yeah, I've been doing the food stall. It's been really fun. I've made really good progress. He's like, yeah, that's nice. That's good. Good for you. And he literally goes upstairs. Are you kidding me? Is this man serious? He's gonna go watch TV? Or just sit in the rocking chair? What? Is that like not the most evil thing you've ever seen? That's not fair. He's just like, yes, I'm here. Yep, I made it here. There's no join cooking option. That's so frustrating. Oh, well, he's here. She's like, oh my God, I just didn't want Luca to see him. And her freaking sink is broken. Do you know what I'm going to do? I was trying not to do this kind of thing, but I am going to take control of him quick. Don't know what that's about. And I'm going to have him go repair the sink for her. Wait, and he has work right now? Is this a joke? And he has work right now. You're kidding me. You're kidding. I'll have him go to work after he fixes the sink. How does that sound? But anyway, Andre's here and she just didn't want Luca to be able to see him. And he's like, hey, your sink is leaking, you know? He's like, yeah, I know. Everything's just going wrong right now. I'm so burnt out. Like I'm having complete brain block. You made work super stressful because I can't believe you stole that money. And he's like, it was just a couple dollars. Like, don't get bent out of shape. I was just a little bit short for my bills. You know, switching jobs was rough. And she's like, if you need money, why didn't you just ask me or somebody else? And he's like, oh, I could ask you. And then Maddie realizes what she just did. She's like, oh, crap. Like, I just opened that door. Remember, he took money from her, right? Like, maybe we really don't want to give him money. I'm going to have her have some spinach frittata because she's a little bit hungry. But as odd as this might sound, this might be like a really odd place to end it, but I'm trying to keep these episodes shorter than my other LP. I think we're going to end this episode here. It's not fantastic. She's basically hidden Andre in her freaking apartment so Luca doesn't see that he's here. And uncharacteristically, he was willing to help and he decided to fix the sink while he was also passively making comments about her doing the food stall thing and trying to talk down the fact that he stole money from their freaking job and how it might have impacted Maddie, covering for him, which he didn't even thank her for, mind you. So, a little bit messy. I can't wait to hear your thoughts and I will catch you next time I post a video. Bye.
I was so stuck. I kept on playing my part, wanting to give up cause nothing was changing. But with you it's so clear, and now that you're here I see colors in every spectrum.